17-year-old remains in critical condition this hour after getting shot in the head. It happened at a house on South Terrace Avenue in West Columbus. 10 TV's Tanisha Millette on the scene. She has been also, and new details on what the victim's uncle says happened. Tanisha.
Well, Jerry, the victim's uncle says that the 16-year-old boy in this case brought the gun over to the house to show it off. And it appears while he was playing with it, he accidentally shot his 17-year-old girlfriend.
You're too young to be doing what you're doing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug. I mean, look at the lifestyle you pursuing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug. Okay, you're enlisted, classes in session. Please pay attention. Bobby, put down those weapons. No knives, no guns, no smoking, no drugs. Y'all are too young to be some thugs. Y'all are too small, still babies in the game. Not the dope game, the game of life I'm trying to explain. All the fairy tales you see on movies and TV that you hear in rap songs, it ain't that easy. Believe me, it's knowledge that I'm dropping. Yeah, I know it's nice to see girls pussy popping. You see it very often, but before you put your cock in, you need to wrap up. Cause sex is a toxin and death is an option, so you better be safe. Y'all don't wanna catch herpes, syphilis, or AIDS, then catch an early grave, cause that's what's in store. If you don't keep your soldiers strapped, you won't go into war. You're too young to be doing what you're doing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug. I mean, look at the lifestyle you pursuing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug. Okay, on to the next important lesson. This is vital to your life. Excuse me if I'm stressing, but gats, money, drugs, and hoes all go together. Plus, there's a tag on your toe. Y'all wanna be like Tupac and roam the block with 2 Glocks and claim you cross-eyed. Be prepared to see cops, cause y'all don't know shit the government knows at all. If your homie goes down, then be ready to fall, cause Big Brother will get you dude on a plea bargain. He walks and you walk without all the legal jargon. And another thing, they might come, this is true, but then you gotta pay closer attention to your crew and all that you do, cause fame makes you hotter. Easy target for the coppers, watching pressure to impose, cause there's always someone harder, someone who's way more heartless, someone who's likely to take heed and play a smart kid. You're too young to be doing what you're doing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug. I mean, look at the lifestyle you pursuing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug. You're too young to be doing what you're doing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug. I mean, look at the lifestyle you pursuing. You're too young to be a thug. You're too young for sex and drugs. You're too young to bust and slug.